to take me to people in your family do like a drink?
Yes.
Because right now, when we were talking about songs and things of this nature, as soon as I thought they was going to give me another song. But all of a sudden, I've got somebody here who would have enjoyed coming home after a certain few. Do you understand me, please? Do you understand why I'm saying this? Because right now, I need to be walking in such a way. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I just want to keep smiling at you with one of those faces that says I'm had quite enough.
Yeah.
And yet I've got to, but I feel also there's different people here who've all got silly stories to tell me in situations of frequenting the bar. Do you understand me, please?
Yes.
So we've got a lot of funny stories being told, and as I'm making reference to them, there is also, I need to talk about all the smokers again into the family. Do you understand me, please?
Yes.
So, but again, we've got smoking-related conditions that would have also taken some of them to the spirit. Do you understand me, please? And yet, I've got to say, either my lungs aren't working, so there's got to be, do you understand where there would be? Somebody's either had one lobe either removed or should have had it removed. You understand me, please?
Yes.
Right, because I've got to say, you know, like your lungs are cut up into lobes. There's a lobe that's thick with it, and the rest of it's getting it.
Yes.
And yet, we're not at that time where medication or medical is at that where they can just do the bits that they need. Do you understand? But therefore, we've had to remove the whole lung. Do you understand me, please? But this is a feeling here of it wasn't a success. Do you understand as much? They may have done it, but it's still not helped them along the way for a lot further.
I'm not sure.
Right. I just get this feeling all the time, John. It's like one lobe it's been done, everything's been taken out, and everything's been told to be all right, but I know the other lung isn't either. Do you understand me, please? So there's got to be some contradiction to what's going on in the lungs. Do you understand me, please? If you don't say no to me.
No.
Right, because as I'm working on this lung, I've also got to be talking about this side of my lung also.
I can understand the two lungs.
Why do I feel like now either I need extra oxygen as I'm talking to you?
Yes.
So either again, this lung is either closing down, this one's either kaput, but one's quite closed it right. But this one could have been taken out or had someone done, but medical science would have been at that point where they could have done all that without killing somebody.
Yeah.
Right. Because if they'd have took the lungs out, that would have been it.
Yes.
Right, thank you. Where now they have more measures in place. Does that make sense? Right, but as I'm saying this, I need to come on a father's link also. Do you understand me, please?
Yes.
And as I'm making reference, I've got to say, I feel that this gentleman could argue on a penny. Do you understand? Do you understand why I'm saying he could argue on a penny about what we're doing now and things of this nature? He always has an opinion to be given. And it's not his arguing as in being nasty about things, but if he has an opinion, he's going to give it.
Yes.
And we can discuss this all night, whether or not there's people living on dead people or whatever. Do you understand? Because to him, until I get there and give you a sign to say, I'm here, then we're not believing it. Do you understand, please?
Yeah.
But you've had many a sign since then to let you know that you're all right. Do you understand me, please?
Yes.
And yet, I feel that showing himself is not something that he does regular. Do you understand me, please?
Yeah.
But you also can either have your eyes open to spirit. Do you understand me, please?
Yes.
And also at the same time, I feel very much. Can you take me to the name of Harry or Harold?
Yes.
Right, thank you. Because why am I also struggling with the speech? Also, do you understand me, please? Where would the stroke type conditions come in? Do you understand, please? Separate now. Thinking separately. Who'd have also, I'm going to say I feel like I've got to go around the ladies' condition who'd have had something similar like a stroke condition. Do you understand me, please? Say no to me.
No.
But this, even though it's not a stroke, I know she's got something wrong with her speech. Do you understand?
Yeah.
It's affecting the way I'm thinking and looking at you. Do you understand, please? And why am I forgetting at the same time? Do you understand?
Yeah.
Because right now, all the time I'm looking at you, quite bring to mind what I want to say to you. Do you understand me, please? Right. And I want to go as far as like dementia type conditions, but even then I don't feel like it's like, it's bad. This is bad. Do you understand?
Yes.
So this lady, I can get through I'm trying to speak, to let you know I'm alright. Do you understand me, please? Do you understand why I'm saying it in this manner?
No.
Right, I need to just find out why my speech is more impaired than my thoughts. Do you understand? See, how's that? Do you understand the stroke condition, my love, please? Right, I need to just find this stroke. In fact, it is you, sweetheart. You've also worked with in caring and nursing and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Right, thank you. Because all the time I'm working with this, I've got to say, I have this lady who comes around me, gives me this feeling of having this. Every time I stand in front of you, I know it's you. So I stand over here and you're like, so just stand there with Annie.
I've heard it before, but I can't relate.
Right, so have you heard it before and you've been given stroke type conditions before? Right, let me try and put them together now and find them. Do you understand? And you would have also either worked in these type of areas of medical and caring, yes? And would you've also worked with older people also, please?
Yes.
Like geriatric ward?
Yes.
Right, thank you. That's where I need to bring this type of energy around you. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And this lady's not going to stop coming in until you get her. Do you understand me, please?
Yeah.
But as I'm saying that, do you also make reference to the fact that when people, or when you've worked with these people, because you're not working there now, are you?
No.
So you've moved away from working with the older people, but when you did, and they did pass on to spirit, did you like open the window or open the door, or there was something that you would have done for them? Why are they showing me this? What is this feeling of you knowing that their energy would be lifting? So either you're quite spiritually minded even then. Do you understand?
No.
Even though you're saying it in that manner, I've still got to say to you, sweet, there's something about either somebody around you or who would have done this thing of either opening a window or opening a door, or it's like a nursing type condition that would have done this. Who's the lady around you who would have taught you? There's got to be like a matron here. There's got to be somebody that was higher than you that would have taught you your nursing or caring skills.
I can't think.
Right. Do you understand quite a big busted lady, please?
Yes.
Right. But go back to your nursing days or your caring days. Do you understand?
Yes.
Do you understand now where there's somebody again with this? I feel like I'm looking at you.
Yes.
It's like, I can teach you this.
Yes.
Right. And she was quite a big busted lady. Do you understand? And yet she's quite full of herself. She knows what she's doing.
Yes.
Right. So now would you understand if I was to say to you that this lady would have allowed or understood the spirit in that manner? Because I'm still opening this door. I want to open this door to let this old lady go out of it when she passed. Do you understand? Will you keep in mind why I'm saying, if I can't prove it to you, sweetie, I can't prove it to you. But she keeps saying to me, this is what we would have done in them days.
Yeah.
We would have allowed them to leave. Do you understand, please?
Yes.
It's just something that we did. Not everybody might have done it, but for those older, we would have done this. Do you understand? But again, but you got to the point where you can no longer, the nursing and the caring got too much. Do you understand?
Yeah.
And you had to step back. You
Yes.
understand, please? And now you're starting to find yourself again.
Yes.
Do you understand? And yet, you know when they talk about soul healing,
Yes.
it's like now you've had that, you need that time to rebuild
Yes.
the fragments of you that you've given away to
Yes.
everybody else over the years. Do you
Yes.
understand? And it's only now that these pieces are coming back, do you realise how much more inspired you felt over the years when you put it together. Do you understand? Do you understand where somebody wants to write also, my love, please?
Yes.
Somebody wants to be inspired to write here.
Yes.
So if this is where you are, but there's either philosophy or there's words of wisdom coming to you also. Do you understand?
Yeah.
But you also either working in the healing. Do you understand me, please? But I'm bringing it to you. Do you understand why? So either you do Reiki or there's something like. Do you understand? Say no. Do you understand Reiki?
Yeah.
Right, because I know Dave does Reiki.
Not with the Reiki, no, it's something else.
No, but
Yeah.
you understand the type of alien energies that I need to bring
Yes.
to you. Right, thank you. But I still have to bring, even though Dave's got his Reiki, I still know that you've got Reiki coming around you. So either you've got, not just with Dave, but you've got other people around you, you've got healing or Reiki energy. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it may not be something that you sort of pull away from in time, but I feel this is all to be character building to yourself. Do you understand me, please?
Yeah.
And bit by bit, as you get these words, we need to start putting them down a little bit more. Because you have a lot of people to the spirit that have gone for a long time. Do you understand, please?
Mm-hmm.
From people you've worked with to people from the family. Do you understand,
Yes.
please? Oh, excuse me, my tea's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
There was also a grandmother's link to you, to the spirit. Do you understand, please? On
Yes.
your mother's side of life.
Yes.
And again, I've got to say, was here 1 minute and gone the next. Do you understand me, please?
Yeah.
And as I'm saying that, who have also been found in bed, gone, please? In the family, but there, would it be a Hetty or a like a Hetty sounding name? I'm looking at the name of Hetty, but it stands with an A, an H. Do you understand the name of Edna, also my love, please? Say no to me.
No.
Right, I'm just going to keep those there, but you do.
Yes, I do.
Right, I'm just going to keep your family out because they're coming back round for a second
keep
dose.
them out.
Right, well, you can take me to the Hetty as well.
Hester.
Right, thank you. Well, just keep them out for a moment, Dave, because right now they're all coming back in for round 2. Right, thank you. But as I talk to you, my love, this right now is about, I feel spirits coming around you in order to open or take the blinkers off. Do you understand me, please?
Yes.
Because again, as I was saying to the gentleman before, you can wear your heart on your sleeve all you like,
Mm-hmm.
but when people have walked all over you and there's nothing left, you've nothing left
Yes.
to generate. Do you understand, please? And that's at the point at which you feel at this point as well. Do you understand me, please?
Mm-hmm.
And yet, do you understand why I'm getting pains in the lower tummy? Also, please.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. But then when I come up, I'm getting just pains around this area.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Would you understand somebody who'd have had problems with their spleen also, please? Like septicemia. Somebody would have had problem. Who would have split the spleen, please?
Don't know.
See, Margaret, that lady's coming back in, and you know that.
Yeah, I do.
Right, with the leg. With,
I don't remember that.
I'm telling you, she's just come back in and she's given me the spleen. Would have poisoned the blood that would have infected the leg because she had ulcers on the legs. You just keep in mind why I'm saying it, because it will. And I know you know that, because as I'm talking to this lady, this pain is coming back and she's talking about the spleen that would have had problems,
Yeah.
and then we worked down the legs with it. So
And
keep
got also got a leg.
yes.
Yeah, got an off.
Right, thank you. She won't go, I'll tell you what, she'll have had me in the car all the way home. Anyway, as I come back to you, sweetheart, I'm going to say to you now, can you tell me the name of Sarah, also, please, here on the earth?
Yes.
Right, and I'm talking about that, well, who's also looking to go to college, also, please? Who's going for higher education here? Yeah, this is around where you are, but somebody's wanting to learn, I'm saying college, but who's learning higher education? Yeah, what are you learning at this moment in time that's going to bring you extra intuition?
Don't know.
I've got books being opened in front of you. So either right now there's got to be something that you're either thinking of and moving on to. Would you understand me, please?
No, I can think of.
It's all right. But there's, I say every time I come back here, I know that there's this energy with you. And I know that this, somewhere in this family, somebody is learning something new. And I've got to say, it's around where you're concerned. So either, again, and even though I'm trying to keep the Reiki energy off you, there's got to be something to do with you, either you healing or moving forward. Will you keep this in mind while I'm saying it? Because at the minute, they are trying to open your mind, big time. Do you understand me, please?
Yeah.
Which one of you understand the fishing man? Right, because right now, just as the fisherman come around me, and I know obviously you've come with Dave, it's like from Morecambe, so I just want to just assume that. Do you understand, please?
Mm.
But I know there's a gentleman who's giving me that feeling of, like you going fishing, well, like proper fishing, do you understand?
Mm.
Like boat fishing or whatever.
Yeah.
So he's got big catches coming in, do you understand me, please?
Yes.
I mean, this isn't little tiddlers. This is something out of the sea. Some ugly looking thing. Do you
Yeah.
understand?
Yeah.
Right, but as I'm saying that, why is he showing me the black shadow that you say you saw?
Black shadow.
Yes. Every now and again, from the corner of your eyes, you see black shadows.
I think so.
You keep on the think so's then, because that shadow's going to start letting you see who they are a little bit more. Do you understand me, please? I just feel right now, the more you take the blinkers off, the more you'll see of them. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Because you want to. You want to see them, you want to feel them, you want to know they're there. Do you understand me, please? So I need to bring that to you.
It's anything like a cast, like the sun,
Yeah.
and I presume.
Yeah, as you do.
You
And every now and again you'll look and then just see that, what was that? Do you understand?
Yeah.
This is the way they start to come in a little bit for those who are wishing to sort of move on. Do you understand, please? And it's only by showing you that and then sort of acknowledging them afterwards, do they get that a little bit closer to you? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
There's no point in standing here and going like this in front of you if you're just going to go look right past them or look right through them and not acknowledge you. The minute you say, acknowledge, thank you very much, next time they'll be a little bit closer. Does that make sense? They just need to know they're not scaring you at the same time. But I know that you want them to come a little bit closer also.
Yes.
You understand, please? Whereas also the artwork, why am I being shown creative side? Say no to me on that. Do you understand it?
Not sure.
Who's being rather creative at the moment? Who can draw? Do you understand this, my love, please? Because all the time I'm talking to you on that one, the energy's just sort of moving to yourself. Somebody's quite good here with drawings.
It's not drawing.
Where's the creative work?
Yeah.
Right, thank you. I'll just keep it there if you will, because that's their way of coming to you next. Whereas to leave you, sweetheart. Who's from your name, Chris? Christopher? Chris? Right, I'm just going to leave you there if I may. May I come to you, my love, please? You can take me to where this creative work is concerned. Do you understand me, please? And again, but the two of you must chit-chat quite a bit here. Do you understand me, please? Because we've got ideas. We've got ideas coming in. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Right, because even though you've got words coming into your head, you have got a good creative side to your brain. Do you understand me, sweet? Yeah. And again, can you understand why I want to see fairies and things of this nature also, please? You understand?
Yes.
And again, see, I want to see them being drawn and being coloured. Do you understand why I'm saying it?
Yes.
Right, thank you. Because they're showing it me, but are you also making them? Are you making something to do? I'm sorry for asking it now. I feel like I'm being put together, these like fairies. Do you understand me, please? There's something about them being put together. Do you understand where I'm going with it?
I do.
And yet it's not like pottery.
No.
But I can see them being designed or being created. Do you understand, please? And yet, again, it's like you two just don't know what you want, really, at the minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You're being thrown from pillar to post, the pair of you.
Yeah.
And yet, you... But again, sweet, your life for you, it's not been an easy road. You know what I mean? None of us have had an easy path. And there's been quite a few times where you must have thought, blow it. Do you understand me, please? And yet, something inside you just says, no, not today. We're not that fed up. We're not blowing it today. Do you understand? And every day you pull your socks up. And every day you go out and you have another adventure. Do you understand me, please? And even though it's been hard, and I've got to say, there is also, again, there's a gentleman who's making reference to go into spirit very, very quickly. Do you understand me, please?
Yes.
Right, thank you. And as he comes in, it gives me this feeling of getting this. I just feel like I'm walking, and all of a sudden I'm gone.
Yes.
And again, as I was saying outside, it's not a case that they don't like not going to spirit, but at that moment in time, you can imagine being rather upset. Do you understand me, please? You've got a whole life around you. And yet, as they've got that life around them, but yet for this gentleman, I've got to say for him, he was indifferent to whether he stayed or went. If he'd gone, he's gone. He knows it was his time. Do you understand? But I've got this nice way of being with him. He's not one of these that says to me, I'm annoyed for you turning up. Do you understand?
Not with the same money went
No.
quick. Yes, I do understand.
Right, thank you. If I go right, I don't matter.
Yeah.
Right now, I've got the indifference of, and that if that indifference
Yeah.
to the man who went quick is used the annoyed one,